welcome back to my YouTube channel, Road to Olympia series. I'm here with Coach Adam.
Hello everyone.
We're at the Contest Prep Center, and today we're getting in some posing practice before the big show, so stay tuned.
I could see your everything that we need to see. We could see, but I could see where you're saying, just a tiniest bit tighter, but really, really close. I mean, you're seeing your tendon on the hip. You're seeing the vascularity. You're not seeing any crazy separation or detail yet, which is perfect. You look dense though. You look really dense and full. Like you look, yeah, dense. You just look dense. Yeah. I love it. I love the look.
Still not going to be as dense as some of these other girls, but
no, not even. No, you look bikini dense. If you filled the balloon up all the way, like you look like the balloon all the way full, but it still looks like a balloon. It doesn't look like sandpaper, right? That'd be the difference, right? So we don't want sandpaper balloons, that's for sure.
Yes.
So no, you're
I'm going to do it one more time because I want to do a different version. And I just want to see if it flows. And I'm still not sold on my transition to the back like that. Does it look weird?
I like it. Here's the thing. In terms of glute profile, there's a few girls that can hang with you in the glute profile. The roundness of that actual front pose. I was thinking about that the other day. That transition really does highlight your glute profile. There's like 3 girls in that stage that are kind of close to you on that are right in that same ballpark. And I think the more you can show it, the better, and that gives you an opportunity.
It's almost hard to get the actual profile of it. So it'd be more almost a diagonal kind of.
You still see a ton of roundness here.
Okay.
It's a lot of roundness there. And it's just, when you see other girls do that pose, you don't see the big roundness of the glute. On you see the big roundness and the edging, right?
Right.
And most of the girls who do that, they have it's kind of flatter on the glute. It's not round and bubbly. It's just the tie-in they're showing.
Okay, so here's version 2. I don't even know if you'll notice the difference, but I'm gonna try a little something different. And you let me know if it flows, okay?
Okay.
And then after that, you can pretend like I'm on stage and
okay. Your waistlines are really coming in now. It is flowy. It's flowy. This thing, when you come back, I think it highlights your shoulders really well.
Yeah, I think the S-curve pose, it usually looks better on girls with wider clavicle, which I don't have. I do have a small waist, but my clavicle isn't wide. So I figure when I do this, I can kind of accentuate my shoulders out a little more rather than here, I don't know, it just feels like it might look a little more flattering. And it's a little diverse.
For the last couple years, right, the judges have said they want more shoulders, and then this year they said they don't, right? They haven't said anything about your shoulders this year. So I think that it does accentuate that you put in some work on these shoulders, and it does show them, it really does highlight them. So I think that's the one plus of it, because you see that and you're like, oh, she definitely doesn't need more shoulders,
Yeah.
When you see that pose, it's very strong and it's a very strong pose, very picturesque pose. I don't think there's a minus of that. I think it's only a potential plus. If you can do it comfortably, though, because it's a big ad, right? It looked comfortable. I want to make sure you're comfortable in your practice where you're it's not going to mess you up on stage because you're doing too much.
It's not that much different from the other one. That's the most different that I've been doing, this one.
That I love. We got to keep that. That's awesome.
And then I would just go here, and then to the front.
Yeah. I think you just have to hold that for a second, right? Hold that pose and like show, hey, my shoulders are here. Like they're up here now.
Yeah, I'm thinking 45 seconds. I might be cutting it close. So actually,
We should time it, yeah.
although it's not going to be the same because obviously the length of the stage is different here.
Do you want to do this with stage lighting this time?
Sure, why not?
Forty, 41.
Okay.
Yep.
I kind of felt like I wasn't sure where my time was at, so I rushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But now that I know I have like a few extra seconds, I can hold it a little longer. I was just like, oh.
Get 5 seconds in there if you want.
I remember like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
One thing, when you're doing that that step back profile glute shot, you just have to hit that right. Because this, not the last time, it was a little bit, I saw too much of the back glute. There you go. The last time I saw too much of the back glute. You just didn't step far enough over left. There you go. There it is.
I didn't step far enough?
Or you didn't twist your hips enough, I think is what it is.
So like, the wider you leave the gap, the flatter your glute.
Yeah, I think it's just your hips were twisted actually.
Okay.
I was seeing too much of the, you know what I'm talking about, right? Too much of the back glute. Still a little bit too much of the back glute. I'm talking about this far glute here. I'm seeing like this much of it, and then a second ago I was seeing like this much of it.
Here.
Let's do them both. So twist a tiny bit more. Go ahead and do your thing. Okay, and then twist your hips again. And this time overly twist your hips. There you go. A little less, a little bit more, right-ish there. Or just so you can see.
So mine too, you're only one of 7 judges that are all going to see a different angle?
So when you see this glute a little more, it makes this a little harder to see how round it is. I'm not saying get rid of it completely, but when it's a little bit more sideways, and usually we go, 1/3 that glute, right? But when it's a little bit less, you really do see a lot of the roundness of this glute. So it's just something to play with between the two.
So which one are you saying is better?
I like this one for you where you're seeing more roundness, because look at how crazy that looks. But
They kind of look the same to me.
do they really?
Yeah.
It blends with the other glute and it doesn't stick out like, how would I say that? If you have this glute here, where the background isn't another glute so much, it kind of looks like you're just taking the glute, sticking it against the black wall versus 2 glutes. And it's like this. It's hard to see this hand as well because this hand is blending into it versus now I could clearly see that hand.
Right.
So it's just I think there's just an inch there. That could be a tiny bit. Get out of your mirror so you can see for yourself. Yeah, so basically minimizing the back glute a tiny bit so you get the more roundness. It's different for you because your glutes are they have so much projection and no one has that. I don't think it's a game changer, but hey, there's that glute is in your face, 3 times in that routine. Number 3, Ashley Caldwell to the line. And competitor number 5, 8, 9, 7. And ladies face the front. And ladies, face the curtain again. And ladies, can you please take 5 steps to that back line? And ladies, can you return to the front line? Good catch. And one more time, ladies, face the rear. And ladies, face the front. Thank you very much, ladies. Please return to the line. That was my Sandy voice. That was my, I raised my voice a little bit. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best.
Let's freaking do this.
I think you look really, really good. I think everyone's gonna be happy with your improvements.
Cool.